3 Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight in the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
I'm probably not pronouncing this correctly, but the F-16I Sufa is the Israeli version of a Block 52 F-16. And so a Block 52 has conformal tanks. These fuel tanks are part of the body, so it frees up hard points for payload. It also has a dorsal spine compartment here for more avionics and stuff. And this F-16I, 50% of the avionics were Israeli developed, so that's what makes it different from a normal F-16. Alright, so these eyes were made between 2003 and 2009, and 362 of them were made. It has a length of 15 meters, a wingspan of 9.4, and can go Mach 2 and they cost around $70 million each back in 2006. Alright, so that's all I cared to learn from Wikipedia. Some of these images are the liveries. So 309 is that photo right there, a single seat thing with red drop tanks and missiles, which is kind of cool. I've never seen that before, and a dragon motif. And then the dual cockpit one is the 119, and so that is the livery on this one. Although I can't really say I painted them the same because I wasn't going to go buy this paint. I just mixed this paint myself, and the other browns I just had. They're all Vallejo water-based paints, by the way. So, alright, so let's stop this thing spinning and take a closer look. I guess we'll start with the first one here. So you can, oh, you know what? I should show the packaging and directions. Oh, so I guess Sufa means storm in Hebrew, is it? Nice rendition, very cool. So the many decals, of course, I didn't put all of them on. And some preview of the stuff. It comes with many different things you can put on the thing. Electronics pods, different weapons and stuff. In fact, here's the extra, a bunch of extra parts. Different wings, extra landing gear, some cool bombs, but I didn't even get to put them on this thing. Yeah, so I think there was actually more than that. I just put them on some other models. So, alright. Now, instruction-wise, boy, I'm lucky I didn't break that off. Here's a single-seater. I guess it's an A or C. So this is not specific to the I. It's just the same mold as the A or C. But this is for a different model kit, these weapons. Alright, so yeah, you can have different you can choose block 20 or block 50. I didn't pay attention, so I don't know which one I put on. I think I put on the wrong tail end. Yeah, I think I put a block 20 tail on here. Alright, so it comes with these cool little pilots that have a head, a helmet, and a clear visor, and 2 different arm choices. You can put on a mask with a hose, all that stuff. Okay, so this is an option as well. These ridges or a smooth surface. There's a little clear piece that I don't know if I put in there. Well, maybe it is in there. They're so small. Decals for the cockpit. Yeah, landing gear choices up or down. And the missiles, unfortunately, like 3 pieces for a small missile like that, very annoying. 2 pieces for that. I think it could be molded as 1 piece. The fuel tanks, though, not much you can do. They're always going to be 2 pieces. So yeah, it shows you options, right, of all the loadouts and stuff. Here's the color codes and stuff. So the dual version, it does have different instructions. And again, you have different tail ends. In this case, I had 3 different tail ends. I didn't pay attention, of course. Or 4 different tail ends. So a lot of extra parts you can have. Funky bumps and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. So very similar. And then there's another 3rd piece of paper showing the color codes. I don't know what brand of paints use C numbers, maybe Mr. Hobby or something, but yeah. Okay, that's what's going on there. And then for the single-seater, preview of some other stuff. Possibly I might get the F5s, and possibly I might even get another F-16, but you know, it'll probably be a different brand just to see the difference in deformation. But you never know what happens in the future. Alright, so that was a long segue, I apologize, but it's good to know that sort of stuff, right? Alright, so this one you'll see, this is the original gray that plastic was. And I just used the grays that I had, so I know this gray is a little bit too dark. It should be a lighter gray. It should probably be the same color as that. But I didn't have it in hand. Alright, so yeah, the different ordnance and stuff. Oh yeah, I did put these bombs on. Just one of the planes though. Comes with these super long missiles. I didn't paint them properly. Yeah, alright, so I just drilled this hole myself for this 2mm steel rod. A few decals on the bottom there. Even the Israeli flag is hidden under there. This weathering is by A-Care Interactive. The jet wash stuff that they have. Oh, that just fell off. Oh, this brings up a point. These holes aren't here. On the inside of this part, there's little dimples, and you have to use a drill bit to drill out these things from the inside out before you put the shells together. And apparently the glue didn't stick well enough, so I wanted to have it maxed out, but you're going to have to literally get a small drill bit to make those 4 holes for these 2 things. So that's pretty important for you to know, I think. And I'll have to glue that later. Alright, so yeah, there's that tail end thing here. The decals, no major problems laying these decals on because none of them are very large. They're generally small, so you can shift them around. They didn't fold over themselves, so I lucked out there. After I laid all this Vallejo, these are all hand painted. I spray airbrushed all the tan, and then I hand painted the brown and this green because my airbrush skills are pretty garbage. Okay, yeah, this little blue, this is blue marker on that clear plastic piece, and then maybe you could see this pilot. Well, I can remove this, I think. It's just there's 4 pegs holding it in place. No, I think I may have glued it shut. I had some extra decals from Top Gun Chen, so I put those there on the helmet. But the helmet, it has also this extra piece that I painted black on top. And then this is a clear piece of plastic, the visor, but I just painted the backside black. I was too lazy to do a smoke color. And there's a decal of a face back there as well from Top Gun Chen. Alright, so the other ones you can see the faces. Alright, so let's leave that alone for now. And go to the bigger one. So this one I chose to have the landing gear and the central ECM pod or whatever. And again, you got to drill those holes out. And just a different loadout. So you notice I have these types of bombs and instead of the big JDAMs or whatever those things were, the big ground pavement destroying things. Okay. Oh, the nose cones. This one has a short tip. This one has a long tip. You can use either tip. And I chose to have the smooth plate here instead of the 4 ridged ones. Just wanted to be as different as possible. So now you can see I didn't put the mask or the clear visor on these pilots, but I did put decals from Top Gun Chen in there, and I think it looks a lot better. I think it'd be better if it'd be nice if they gave you decals of faces in this model kit, but they don't, unfortunately. The conformal tanks here, yeah, I had to put some putty in there afterwards. They're kind of gappy, so you might have to do the same. I'll also put putty in here, I think, in the wing here. Yeah, I put putty on this a bunch. You'll have to go back to the build part of this video. And again, same thing. I hand painted the brown and the mint green color. But again, the decals are generally small enough. It wasn't a big problem to lay them down. I mean, this is the biggest decal you have to worry about. Yeah, the wheels actually spin. This one's, yeah, the clear coat's making it sticky, but you can roll it, but I'd rather have it not roll. Added some black paint in there myself. Yeah, I think that's it. So comparing to some other planes that are in service today, but by different brands, this is the F-22 Raptor by Hasegawa. It's one of those egg planes, but that doesn't actually look like an egg anymore. It just looks like a deformed plane, so I like it. It's a bit small though compared to this brand. GWH makes a fantastic F-15J. So I feel like these two are more in scale with each other. This is a great model kit, very easy to build, very easy to paint. And then Freedom Model makes this FA-18E, the Super Hornet. Boy, the decal was crazy on this, but nicely detailed. These wings are supposed to actually fold up, but I glued them shut. It's just a weird design choice on this side missile. It has almost no definition to the carrier that it's on, because it's just supposed to be molded that way. Alright, anyways. So these are all around the same size, I would say. It's just the Hasegawa stuff tends to run a little smaller. Alright. I guess that's the best I can do, showing those things. Alright, so if you're in for, a longer build, this is a good model kit. It's a little gappy on the cockpit, but I guess if you filed it down, it would fit flusher, but I'm too lazy to do that. What I like about this model kit is there's so many different options of how the plane looks and also what the loadouts are. But at the same time, it just also means it takes longer to build and paint all these different parts. So, and also this paint job, this paint livery, you're gonna have to get four different paints just to paint the thing. So keep that in mind. And then extra paints for the actual ordnance. Alright, but anyways, I like the look of these desert F-16s. They're really cool. So I'm really happy to have these. And I really like the figures. I just wish they had decals for the faces. Thanks for watching. We'll see you the next time around.